It's the one we've all been waiting for. It's only taken Fuji 2 years to get here. It's the X-T2. So what's the X-T2 got in comparisons to its predecessor? Well, first of all, 24.3 megapixels to really get you going now on your images. We've got a 12,800 ISO sensitivity level and the ability to shoot 4K. And now, because of its improved processor, the lag time between shots is less than half of what the X-T1 was, all of which look excellent through the 2.36 million dot EVF. Fuji haven't skimped on the build here either. The camera's still weather sealed. We've got, in addition to it, 2 SD card ports on the side and the first ever 3-directional tilting screen on the rear. The screen on the rear of this has what we expect from a lot of cameras these days. So it has this tilt action system. We've seen that all before. To make it different from everyone else, they've then incorporated this little lever at the side, which flicks it at 45 degrees. Yeah, you worked that one out. To be fair, this is not the first time we've seen an odd screen design from a manufacturer. We've got also, of course, the joys of the most recent K1 full frame from Pentax with its very, very angled screen on the back of that one. And of course, going back to the Alpha 99s from Sony, a very articulate anywhere you want screen as well. So well done to all of them really for producing something so strange. The grip is the first I've seen in a long time which actually gives you more than just power and a vertical trigger. In this instance, if you attach the grip with the extra 2 batteries in it, you'll get more frames per second and you'll also get more recording time. When you buy the camera, it starts off with a 10-minute restriction on 4K video, but if you add the grip, it then gives you a full 30 minutes. Now, I really want to take this outside as well to get some shots in the real world. This studio is not going to do it justice, but Fuji have said to us that because of the embargoes, we can't take this anywhere. So I have a cunning plan for that. So, the best thing we can do in these situations is, because of course it is now officially summer, is get an all-weather cover on this little guy. So, not a problem. I just turned it off. Right, let's go and take some shots. The thing I'm noticing immediately is the shutter's pretty quiet on this thing as well. It really doesn't have too much of an intrusive noise. Using the frames per second on this one, the burst modes, that's still pretty responsive as a camera. A new addition on here as well is that we've got grain effect. So you can make that film simulation feel even more film camera-like. And of course that's where Fuji's knowledge really steps in. If I can find the settings, that is. The software's buggered. Okay, let's just change that a wee bit. I think I finally made an understanding of this screen. Aha. So that actually works really well like that. I get it now. We mentioned about the responsiveness of the viewfinder and that black moment that you get when you're taking a shot. If you look at it from the screen, and it's almost the same representation as what you get in the viewfinder. If I hold the trigger down right now, you will literally see that the response time between shots as I press it means that you still get a good representation of what's going on in the meantime. Did it? It was a D-pad, just purely a D-pad, right? Is it? I don't remember the joystick before. It is making the ability to choose your focus points a lot easier than ever before, actually. That is really useful. I like that. The nice thing about Fuji still is that they're retaining this style of photography and a lens arsenal, which has currently 22 lenses in it, that ensures that you've got a lot to play with. And from the point of living in London as well, being a ballsy street photographer, or if you want to keep it more subtle, you've got all the accessories now catered for in the form of the control releases, the tablet as well. That's an option to you. But it means you've got a lot to play with here, and that's the thing that sells this out.
Yeah.
Even as a pre-production model, this is still pretty responsive, and the colours seem to be coming out in the kind of classic Fuji style, so from what I can tell, pretty good. Colours and everything else, of course, Fuji you've got down to a T. The response time's there as well. This is a good camera. Any job that you go to, they'll look at you and go, you're not going to shoot it with that. But you look at how EM1's changed the scene, we look at how Sony's A7s have changed it as well. It's not all about the physical attributes of the camera, but what they can do internally. I've always had a slight issue with Fuji's over the years because of their focus speed, but it's easy to control, it's easy to set up, it's easy to just shoot. I think they've cracked it here. Means I've got to buy another camera. Damn.